Okay, so you want to know what I really love about doing these commentaries? It gives me an excuse to relive these tournaments all over again. It it's just a win-win situation for me. Okay, so we're gonna start out with a fight that reminds me of an in-joke we have. I don't know how much I want to explain it. It's kind of dirty. Uh, so maybe I won't go too much into detail of how it got created. I'll just say it when it comes up. I'm not going to spoil who the opponent is, because it's still the part where we're... Yeah, here's Bugsy. It's still the part where we're introducing new villains, and you get surprised by who turns up. Some great ones turn up. In round 8, I will die, just warning you. Rasputin has joined the brawl! Yes, everyone's favorite, undead monk from Anastasia. And the in-joke here is, 73 Women, co-creator, of, Disney vs. Non. It's a long story, but he came up with what we've agreed is the most disgusting ship ever, is Rasputin and all the bugs that we're singing during In the Dark of the Night. And so, I see this battle, all I can think of is that joke. It's so bad. And King K. Rool is leading his invasion upon the fortress of Vector. Oh my goodness, Vector. I love Despicable Me. I love everything about Despicable Me. I'm so hyped for the sequel. And, it is, like, one of the funniest movies. In my opinion. It's also got a lot of heart. I like that. You know, the whole single dad, adoptive daughters thing. I love how Vector just, you know, eats popcorn and then just plays with the keys and activates the booby traps. And, like, he's seriously poning everyone. And he's just sitting, lounging around in what he's going to swear are not his pajamas. Though Agnes would beg to differ. I just found it funny, the scene where Gru just walks through all the booby traps. He punches the shark. Vector yells, "Did he just punch my shark?" And I keep wondering, is that an intentional reference to TV tropes? Did you just punch out Cthulhu? And so Vector wins, because Vector's a boss in this tournament, and I love that. Jafar is sending Mother Gothel on her first assignment against a villain that I love to laugh at. Gothel gets the help of some heartless troops, and she's got to go take out Seymour. Oh my goodness, I can't stop making fun of Seymour. That hair, like, were the creators thinking, Tidus, Yuna, and Lulu have the most normal hair we've ever put on Final Fantasy characters. We need to balance that out somehow. I can never take Seymour seriously. Okay, 10 is the only major numbered Final Fantasy I've actually gotten all the way through. With a friend. I didn't do it on my own. I suck at turn-based. I am not good at fighting, I'm not good at turn-based. Like, my favorite is either puzzle or single-person hack and slash, like Legend of Zelda. Like, that is my ultimate combat system, where I can just slash at whatever in my way till it's gone. But 10 is magical. I just have all these fond memories of it. And especially of making fun of Seymour and how ridiculous he is, even though... Oh yeah, here's what Gothel did. She turned on the lights, and then she stabbed him, which is actually pretty boss. She's like, you know what? If the Heartless are gonna fail me, I'm just gonna use my good old knife. But Seymour's villainous motivation was actually pretty cool, because, you know, the philosophy does make a warped sort of sense. If everyone's dead, no one can suffer. And I do like that about him. Sir Raleigh and Mugshot are angry that all of their allies are getting taken down. But they're about to get attacked by a powerful force. We got Tai Lung, an established contender. But Tai Lung's gonna get some help. While I'm giving opinions on things, I should also say one of the things I really like about Tai Lung is how he's given... Okay, Syndrome's here! Like I said, this is... You know, it's just gonna introduce these characters at random, and people are gonna squeak. It's like, oh my gosh, it's Syndrome! That was completely unexpected. One of the things I really like about Tai Lung is the way that he's not a sympathetic character whatsoever, but he does have that backstory with Shifu, where Shifu sees him as sympathetic, and no one else does. And I find that compelling. Sigma, unfortunately, this is not the Sigma from Red vs. Blue. Is taking on Technus. Oh, Technus, when will you learn that if a guy turns up on your door with a modded lightsaber version of a medieval sword, you should not try to fight him by grabbing your giant suit of armor? It didn't work against Megavolt in Disney vs. Non, and it's not going to work here. Again, Technus is a really interesting choice in that he kind of had almost his own little story arc. And no other Danny Phantom villain even turned up. And I like that, you know, love for the underused. I mean, he was used in Disney vs. Non, but I mean, in general, Danny Phantom fandom. Danny Fandom? Good God, it's been too long since I've been able to make a pun. He's not really the most recognized of villains, up next to Fright Night, Cry Dark, Vlad, and Ember. So again, Dark's taking control of the halberd. He's about to make an aerial attack on Cyclonia, introducing the Dark Ace and the Talons. Curse you, Toon Master 7, for getting me addicted to Stormhawks. He's like, you should watch the show, I think you'll like it. I watched the first episode and I was like, it's okay, I don't really think I like it. And he's like, just keep going, trust me. I'm like, okay, and so I watch a few more, and then I come back a week later, I'm like, I marathoned all 52 episodes, what have you done to me? Stormhawks is now one of my favorite animated series, ever, of all time. The Dark Ace is poning the halberd, because he's the freaking Dark Ace. Funny how, like, in the backstory, he's, like, undefeated, but as soon as he gets in, like, canon, every other warrior is able to hold him off. Arrow, Starling.
How intriguing. And where might I find him?
They want Oogie Boogie back, and Maleficent's like, okay, I'll just need a needle, some thread, and some bugs.
More intriguing still. I believe I'll bring your
I
master
kid.
back.
I fully believe that this is like, here's the power of resurrection, and I respect her for that. And so, Vilgax is stewing. So he's not in such good shape here. And he's kind of been pwned a lot. Maleficent's got Oogie Boogie back from the dead.
I feel like a million bucks. I really owe you one for this in the
And Cyclonus is preparing with Repton, Rebus, and Snipe at her side. And in comes the Dark Ace. Okay, I love Cyclonus. Like, she's probably my absolute favorite of the Cyclonians, but I hold a special love for Snipe just because he's so dumb and he makes me laugh. Joust me! Megatron's Alliance, Ice Squeed, Fabrication Machine, Auto, and wait for it!
Hello, and again, welcome to the Aperture Science Computer Aided Enrichment Center.
Gladys! My absolute favorite game villain ever of all time. I don't think there's anyone who doesn't like her. And Kefka meeting up with Master Hand to make a little deal, because you know he's Kefka. Oh, you gotta love that insane Kefka laugh. And, you know, Kefka can never resist chaos. It always bugged me so much in Dissidia that so many of his cutscenes are like, he just randomly, like, jump scares into the camera, and, like, when you're not expecting it, and then Kefka pops him into the camera, it's, like, really freaky. Like, don't do that! And yeah, so that's pretty much round 5. Gladys, yes, my high school crew and I quoted her all the time, like all the time. She became like our goddess. And Portal is just one of those things, you know. I don't think it's okay if you dislike it. If you're watching this, you're like, I'm not that big on Portal, or I hate Portal. That's cool. I don't judge you. I'm just saying that, like, everywhere I go, Portal seems to bring up positive reactions. Like, oh, that was so fun and so funny. Gladys is really funny and also murderous. It's amazing. So, the squeeze are starting to begin. I'm starting to lose control of the squeeze a little bit. Let's see if that continues in round 6.